I'm looking for Chelly. Chelly MVP talking to James. All right. He's adding more things. My light has worked on all of these ones, but apparently it's too much light for this specific person. Is Chelly here? Yay, hi! Hi, Chelly! So Chelly's down here. First of all, thank you so much for being an MVP. MVPs are big news today. MVP is amazing. Thank you so much for having your subscription. Thank you so much for being here, being a part of it, and most of all, your subscription helps me do what I do. Okay, so that's amazing. All right, love it, love you. Thank you for being here. Also, you're not asking to talk to the female on the other side. So before I bring in James, I do have to say that your primary guardian angel is an older lady that passes medical, has a hard time walking around, and basically one medical thing builds up into another and another and another. Eventually she passes. Could be a funeral you vaguely remember, but I do feel like you were at the celebration of life at some point, and so that's just somebody who comes in as a primary guardian angel, and now I can scoot her out of the way and go to James. So here we go. Now, for this James character, he tells me that he just passed one suddenly, unexpectedly. I feel like it's tragic because it was so suddenly, unexpectedly, and that we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Okay, so it's interpreted as tragic because it's almost like water through your freaking fingertips. Okay, I also feel like slinky vibes, like you're juggling whatever this is at the end. He tells me it happens very quickly. Maybe we have congestion. Maybe we go down all at once. Maybe we have a hard time communicating right toward the end. Another sign that I get. He tells me it's all about timing, the timing of things. Why was the timing so perfect? Unanswered questions here. Then he also tells me that it just proceeds really fast. Whenever everything starts to go downhill, it just kind of escalates, avalanche, kind of free falls, gives, is what he tells me. So let me know if this resonates. I'm trying to ask him who he is. He seemed much younger when I first started talking to him. He tells me he passes before his time, but then he also gives me father figure vibes. So we will see who he ends up being. But I feel like it's kind of tragic because no matter how much we shuffled, juggled, it seems like water through our fingertips. So would love to know. I think there's coincidence in timing with this. So this person actually passed from an overdose in his sleep. Okay, and so we talk about being unresponsive. We talk about being non-communicative. We feel like it's tragic because we didn't get to have a chance to say goodbye. Who is this to you? And I feel like everybody's passing in this way almost. But then he's talking about back and forth with whatever this is. So it must have been something he's struggled with for a while. He talks about it happening so quickly. He says he's younger. Oh, wait, hold on. No. He goes, it's my son's dad. It's my love. Oh my gosh, we have the same repeating thing. I'm like, he feels like he passed before his time, but he's got this father energy to him. And then basically he tells me that again, this has been something he has struggled with for a while. He tells me, I don't think she ever knew the extent of it, Kato, but she just loved me unconditionally. I feel like he had even put pressure on you in that department, and there's a reason that you're okay now. And then he also tells me that, so water through our fingertips, it's all about the timing. We go to bed, it happens, there's no way for you to save him. I think a lot of your relationship was you always saving him, you holding him for moments of sobriety above water. He says when it escalated, it went so quickly. He goes, it just builds up. And so it's difficult to raise a child all by yourself. That's one thing I can say. Is it is difficult to raise a child by yourself. I've done it. I've been doing it. I'm doing it. But I think you're the stronger one. I think you're the one that had to come out of this. I think, yes, he has. I thought he was snoring. I was making dinner and I woke up to my son crying and he was gone. Oh my goodness. And there you are doing all your own little tasks. Feels like it slips through your fingertips. You're making dinner and he says, Kato, she didn't know the extent of it. My heart was sick of it. I went down for a nap. He goes, Kato, I went for a nap. She knew, but she didn't know. She didn't know the extent. And I wasn't trying to die, Kato. That's what he says. He goes, I wasn't trying to die. I was trying to nap. I was trying to relax. You know, I feel like, marijuana is legalized so many places. You want to do that and take a nap, it lowers your blood pressure. Granted, those effects don't come with that, but you know what I'm saying. It was something he did to relax, did often, but you never knew the extent of it. You never knew if there were multiple things being mixed with one thing, and I think that was it. Like, oh, my back hurts. No, it fucking doesn't. No, it doesn't. All right, cool. Love you. He loves you. So this older lady on the other side that I brought in previously is a primary guardian angel, and he is the primary guardian angel to your child, okay? That son that you were talking about that found him. Yeah, I think your son also deals with the tragedy of, not getting to say goodbye. I think that even if he's little, he remembers in some way, so that's wild. But he loves everybody. He says thank you. He says it's not easy. You're doing a great job. He has no complaints. Find yourself along the way. Don't forget to find yourself. What are you looking for? I hope it's you. I hope it's you first, okay? And then everything else after it. And then he just talks about how you were a great partner and very thankful, and yeah, damn it, that heartbreak looks just like his daddy, doesn't it? Ugh. He looks kind of like you too. Ugh, more like his daddy, but whatever. All right, love you. I'm so happy you came on, and this will be available for you to watch again next week. Thank you.